And welcome back to the Homemade Podcast of Sports with your host, Jay Pops. Guys, today's date is July 19th, 2021. This is the lunch break special with the Homemade Podcast Sports with your host, Jay Pops. I thank all of you guys for tuning in on the Homemade Podcast Sports Extra Show. All I ask is that I was looking at my view account. It is I got about like 5,000 views in like 1 year, I believe, but only 890 of you guys are subscribed. So please, if you don't mind, hit that subscribe button at the bottom of your right hand corner down there, and let's continue to make this thing go live. Please leave all of your comments on the right hand side over there. Please chat with me, guys. Chat with me. Once again, it's the lunch break special with your host Jay Pops. Today is media days, and as of right now, it's Dan Mullen on the screen. Dan Mullen is the first to take off with media day. Uh, please be looking for a lot of things to be questioned in this media day. I believe that it will be a good media day, and I'm looking forward to all 14 head coaches. Um, all I say is this here: be looking for a lot of questions to be asked for this Texas A&M program. All right, it's going to be a lot of things that people want to know about the Texas A&M program. First of all, do not be shocked when these guys ask this question here. Hey man, who be the quarterback? 2021 season. They always do those kind of things. So just be ready for that. It should be a couple of questions about the defense. Hey, what impact do you think the defense will make this season? That should be a pretty good one. I believe that Jimbo Fisher, Jimbo Fisher and Nick Saban as well. They will both be on there on tomorrow, I believe. So just be looking out for that. Once again, I'm locked in to SEC Media Days. This is one of my favorite times of the year for football purposes because I know the season's getting close. I believe they said it's only 6 weekends away now from the first game. So I'm telling you guys, we're 6 weeks away from the first game at Kyle Field. Please be ready for Kyle Field to be electric. All I'm saying to you guys is that I know you guys don't vaccination. You know, some of you guys don't. I was the same way. I went and got vaccinated. All right, I'm 100% fully vaccinated. Just please remember this: if you are vaccinated, you still have the option to wear a mask, man. You are obligated to do whatever you feel free that you want to do. Okay. All I'm saying is try the vaccination out, and hey, just see how it goes. But I'm 100% fully vaccinated, and I feel fine. You know, knock on plastic. I think is what it is that I'll continue to feel fine. But anywho, guys, let's keep on moving along here. So I'm looking at this here, and I'm glad that they show this type of things. They have on here the best chance to win the SEC East right now is Georgia with like 77%. That's just a complete overhaul. In Florida at like about 20 something percent, I believe. But as I was looking at it when Greg Sankey was talking, uh, shout out to Greg Sankey. A lot of people like to bash that man because the SEC is dominant, but then again, a lot of people love to say, well, everybody's riding the Alabama coattail. Anywho, they had predictions for the SEC West, man. This to all my A&M fans back there. The predictions for the SEC West. And LSU fans, I'm going to shock y'all too. They had on there predictions for Alabama was 66. I believe it was about 66%. A&M came in at second with about 25%. This is what's going to make a lot of tables turn over, a lot of chairs being thrown, a lot of curse words being said. They had LSU. They had LSU at the bottom with a 2% chance to win the SEC West. When is the last time you've ever seen LSU put at the bottom to just win the SEC West alone? Wow, that's crazy. There, they had Auburn. They had Auburn above LSU with a 3% chance to win the SEC West. Like I say, once again, LSU fans, I know you guys ain't gonna like y'all. I know y'all flipping over some chairs out there. I know for sure. But I can agree with him, but then again, I can't agree with him because I just don't know what you guys are going to get from Ed Orgeron this year. I don't. It's a lot of you guys don't know that. And I know a lot of you guys are maybe trying to act naive to it, man, because they just won a championship in 2019. They showed a couple of highlights of that 2019 LSU season. I sat there and looked at it because now it's time to start talking about our rival. A lot of people didn't like me talking about Texas. You know, why you worry about Texas? You know, you need to worry about Alabama. All of a sudden, it's not LSU that we need to worry about anymore. I told you guys that it's about Alabama that we A&M fans need to worry about. A&M program needs to worry about Alabama, regardless of what Texas is doing. Once again, I want to clarify some things. We were never worried about Texas anyhow. Okay? I just said what I said, and that was it. Anywho, now I'm focusing on LSU because LSU is the rival. So I've now started to go back on some games to look at some things. And I was watching the first game. Of course, I'm not finished with it yet, but I'm detailing the LSU games. And I was sitting up there watching. Bo Pelini has got to be one of the worst defensive hires in all of college football. In the new era, so far as the new era is concerned. That has got to be the worst. I sat up there, and that game was pretty close. I'm talking about the Mississippi State game here. The game was pretty close to start out with. It looked like the defensive line was crazy. Havoc, things of that nature. The game got out of hand all of a sudden. Once again, Bo Pelini has got to be one of the worst defensive hires in all of SEC history in this new era of college football. That guy was horrible. He was horrible. That guy had Derek Stingley looking like he just got recruited. Looked like he got thrust in there. That's how bad Derek Stingley kind of looked out there, man. That's how bad Bo Pelini made that backfield look bad. I'm just gonna say it like that. He made that backfield look totally garbage. The defensive line was okay. That offensive line, goodness gracious, LSU. That is horrible, man. That offensive line was treacherous. And this here is to the LSU fan that loves to watch the show, man. He's been watching for a while now. Shout out to him. He wants to know, what I think, the order of the SEC West in general. That show will be coming on Wednesday. But as of right now, LSU is nowhere near on my SEC West predicted radar. I have LSU at number 3, though. I do have them at number 3. I just don't know what I'm going to get from them because I was sitting up there watching the game, man. They look by far confused. Like, I don't know what. And they had some of the most talented guys out there. I understand there was a lot of opt-out stuff like that, but that's no excuse. All right. But anywho, man, let's keep on moving along here. So let's talk about some of this recruiting. Of course, we've been seeing a lot of buzz. We just saw some buzz go to Oklahoma out there, and I know a lot of you Aggie fans out there maybe feeling a little bit of concern, about, hey man, when's our recruiting gonna take an uptick due to Alabama just landing another 5-star commit offensive lineman. So I'm here to give you all some positivity, man. Just continue to watch. Like I say, we didn't get the guy that committed to Clemson, Keon Sabb, which was okay. It was expected. So I know it was like an either or. Just be watching out for Bryce Anderson, man. The highly rated safety. Just be watching out for him. Like I say, it's down to 2 people, either Texas or Texan. I know I told you I felt confident about the Keon Sabb guy. I felt confident, in which I did. It just didn't happen. It is what it is. That's the nature of recruiting. I feel very confident about Bryce Anderson, though. I'm really, really high on Bryce Anderson. I like what I see from the young man, and I believe that he wants to build something here. Just keep in mind that not only him, man, but we're in the mix for another 5-star defensive lineman, in which the SEC is always built in the trenches. You guys have to remember that. We are set to host him on July 31st. So he's going to come for an official, it's either unofficial or an official visit on July 31st. But he'll be coming down here with Harold Perkins. All right, the 5-star linebacker from South Air over there, or from Cypress, Texas. He'll be taking a visit with him again, which will be Harold Perkins' second visit. Okay. So that's why I say, man, you guys have to keep an eye out. Man, we have so many prospects lined up, but this defensive line class overall for us, that's going to be really, really huge, man, because to build on the defensive line. I don't know what they're trying to build on the defensive line, but they're building something to stop something. Okay. Obviously, they said to themselves, hey, we have enough of this, and we're not going to continue to let this happen. All right. So they are building something to where it looks like a Great Wall of China right now for that defensive line. All right. It looks really, really good. But this guy here that I'm mentioning is Omari Abor. He's the top prospect in the 2022 cycle. But like I said, Aubrey will make the trip along with 5-star South Park linebacker Harold Perkins, who took an official visit to A&M last month. This will be the first time ever would have the chance to meet in person with A&M coaching staff after taking self-guided trips to College Station for the A&M spring game. I had no clue he was even much at the spring game. I told you guys, man, trust me, A&M is under the radar with a little bit of the recruiting at the moment, but just watch out, because when we start making our moves and guys start committing, and you're gonna be like, all right, there we go. Trust me, guys, the train will get rolling here shortly. Okay, it will get rolling here shortly. Like I say, man, just keep a lookout for that. What are these classes going to do so far as making an impact for this season? Because you guys got to remember, man, ever since Jimbo Fisher's been here, our average recruiting classes are 9. Okay, I'm going to say that once again. Ever since Jimbo Fisher's been here, out of 3 years, his average recruiting classes have ticked all the way up to 9. That's top 10. All I'm saying is this here. If you want to win championships, you got to start recruiting top 10 classes. That's just the way it goes. So I'm going to go in here and I'm going to go back to when Kevin Sumlin had his recruiting classes and just kind of give you guys a little bit of difference on that. I don't know if I ever told you guys that or not, man, but I want to go back and just give you guys a complete difference on where we were and where we have come now. Okay, so just sit back and listen to me. It's not going to be long here. It's going to be the last thing that I'm going to give you guys, and we're going to keep on moving. So the Kevin Sumlin 2012 class. So this is the 2012 class, of course, when he came into the program. So in 2012, A&M was 16th in the country, 19 commits, 2 5-stars, 8 4-stars, and 9 3-stars. Let me keep going here. So then in 2013, I want to lose you guys. Hold on, come on back. I want to lose. So in 2013, and this is just the national recruiting ranks. This in the SEC. This is just the national. Okay. In 2013, Sumlin pulled in about 32 commits. Golly, that's a lot of commits, man. That's a full recruiting class and then some. All right, so he pulled in 32 commits. He was ranked 9th in the country. Hold on. Let me make sure I got this. So he was ranked 9th, 1 5-star, 14 4-stars, 17 3-stars. So the thing about Kevin Sumlin was that, don't get me wrong, he was a good recruiter, but he loved recruiting 3-star talent, in which it isn't wrong with any 3-star talent. Please don't come on here and tell me, oh, ain't nothing wrong with it. I know it's nothing wrong with 3-star talent, people. Nothing at all. Okay. I'm just saying. So in 2014, he pulled in a class of 22, and this was when we were ranked 5th. I remember this like yesterday because I sat up there and I watched that National Signing Day and things. So we were ranked 5th in the country. We had 3 5-stars, 11 4-stars, and 8 3-stars. This was by far one of his best recruiting classes, period. All right, so you guys have to keep that in mind, man. That was his best recruiting class. All right, so you guys rundown. I'm adding it up here. 2014. Now we're going to go to 2015. Okay, we're going to keep on going here. As I look on this thing, like I said, a lot of people want me to worry about Alabama. Well, shit. Well, this is what you have to worry about. Excuse me. I didn't mean for that to come out, but this is what you have to worry about. But Alabama, they stay up in the number 1 rankings, number 1, number 2 rankings. This is when we kind of start taking a dip a little bit. So he dipped back down to 11. He had the number 11 recruiting class. Still had quite a good amount of 5-star recruits coming in. He had 3 5-stars, 10 4-stars, 13 3-stars. See that once again, that was the thing about King. Honestly, don't understand why he kind of stopped reaching out for the talent. But some way, somehow, man, he just stopped recruiting real big. So this is in 2016. And in 2016, he went out and he signed a number 18 class. That's when we kind of started really seeing a dip in like recruiting and things like that. So he signed a number 18 class that year, and it had 8 4-stars, 13 3-stars. And it was like a class of only like 21 commits. So then you go to 2017. And this is when it didn't kind of take a dip, but it really, really kind of took a dip. So in 2017, we had about 28 commits, 8 4-stars, 23 stars. I'm gonna say that once again: 8 4-stars, 23 stars. He kind of, I feel like he kind of just didn't want to recruit anymore like that. It started kind of looking like we're, no disrespect to Mississippi State nor Ole Miss, but it kind of looked like we started bringing in like a Mississippi State roster, Ole Miss roster, and we were a team in Texas and we were in the SEC. I'm not going to lie to you. That's what hindered him a lot, and that's what made a lot of the fan base kind of pretty upset, because we were like, hold on, man. Come on now. We're in the great state of Texas. We're in the SEC. Man, you got to recruit better than that. And I'm not going to lie to you. Now, did the coaching show on the field? Yes. The talent by far was humongous in the gap, because we were going up against the SEC Blue Bloods. I'm sorry. We were going up against a Blue Blood all time. And I think now LSU is maybe considered a Blue Blood program. But we were going up against the Blue Bloods, man, and we just weren't going to win. The games weren't going to be close. The games weren't close, So at that point, we kind of knew where Summerlin was going with this whole thing. So let me do the average on it. So Summerlin's average recruiting class while he was here was 14. That was his average. I'm going to say that once again for the guys that did not hear me. Summerlin's average recruiting class rankings was 14. That was his average, and that was his ceiling, and he was going to live with that, and he felt like he was pretty good with it. Don't get me wrong, the top 15 class is good. You bring in top 15 class in the SEC West overall in general. You can have one of those seasons like Mississippi State had. You can have one of those seasons like Ole Miss had. But you just won't get very far when it's all said and done. You need a solidified top 10, or unless you're Notre Dame out there in this conference alone. But you need a solidified, hard-nosed, through the trenches, top 10 recruiting class to go up against powerhouses like Alabama and the LSUs and the Georgias and the Floridas of the world. You have to bring in these type of classes to consistently prepare yourself to keep on going up against the big dogs. The big dogs see that, oh, we need running in average top 15 class. That's it. You're looking like Notre Dame now. Although Brian Kelly has been able to muster what he's got with his top 15 class, but you're bringing in that you're not going to have that success that you want to. Yeah, by all means, you continue being the top 25 ranked program, but you're not going to win national titles that way. I'm sorry. I've done the research. I've seen it, and it is what it is. Reason why LSU was able to win that 2019 class was because of Joe Burrow. We all know that. But LSU consistently brought in top 10 classes to compete. Now it's our turn. We have to consistently bring in top 10 classes. Not saying we have to go out and sign all 5 stars. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is you have to consistently prepare yourself to compete as a coach. You have to consistently prepare your kids to compete as a team. One of the things that gets kids all the time is the competition that they have within a team. That makes them compete a lot harder. That makes them want things a lot harder, especially when they see the talent that they have overall as a whole team. It's no telling what they can do if they're being coached right, and if they're being prepared right, and if they're being what do you call it? If they're being molded right, and also just are progressing. Because it's all up to the coach on how the way he gets what he needs from out of the program in the top 10 class in general. All right, so that's all I'm saying. But this is a big difference for, like I said, the LSU fan that want to know that. And of course, I know a lot of you Aggie fans may have wanted to know that too. But these are the consistent changes. Jimbo's been here for 3 years, going on 4. He's about to bring in another top 10 class. But like I say, this is what you need to consistently be like a 9-1, 10-1 team. Well, 9-1 because of the season. But this is what you need to consistently lose no games, or maybe lose 1 or 2 at the bare minimum. That's it. Either 1 or 2 at the bare minimum. If you're losing 3, that means you just pretty much got out coach. Okay. But this is what you need, man. Another example of that is Clemson. He's bringing in top 10 class. All right. He's going to consistently dog out their conference at the end of the day. But I'm just putting in perspective there, just once again, to let you guys know, Kevin Sumlin's average recruiting classes that he used to bring in was at 14th best. That was his average recruiting class. He had one phenomenal year where he had a top 5 class, and that was ranked number 5. But his average recruiting classes was 14th in the nation. Jimbo Fisher's average recruiting class, as of right now, going into year number 4, in which I believe he will bring in another top 10 class, is 9th overall. I'm going to say that once again. Jimbo Fisher's average recruiting classes are 9th overall. That is a big difference climbing up those charts in the last 3 years going into year number 4. All right, so you can only go up from there. That's the whole nature and the beauty of it all. You guys have to remind yourself that we're in a great state of Texas, so we have talent alone in Texas. That's just what it is. So, but that's it. That's all I have for you guys. I thank all of you guys for tuning in to the Homemade Podcast Sports Extra when I release those as well. But this is a live. I will continue to go live. I pray that this thing isn't messing up during the stream, but trust me, guys, this will get better as I keep going along. All right. So I love all of you guys into my Aggie community. I love all of you. I love all of you. I love all of you. Also, before I leave, the defensive back, Devin Moores, um, just to let you guys know this, he has returned home, I believe, to the state of Texas, and he's a high school football coach now. So he has returned home, and I believe he's a high school football coach. So just continue to keep that in mind and congratulate him. We all wish the best for him. We all know what was going on with him mentally and stuff like that. So I just pray that the young man has gotten himself together. All right. Once again, yes, I will be there at the first game, red, white, and blue. Just want to let you guys know. I will keep on reminding you guys this until the season starts. I will start getting my merchandise. It's time. Start getting a lot of merchandise. So you want to see me in full Ag gear throughout the whole season. I understand why the subscribers had went up because it's still a summer, man. It's still off season, but we don't talk about off season. Like Josh Payton, we don't talk about off season. All right. So I love all of you guys. Once again, hashtag Igmags.